Hi, I'm Patu from FreeFinCal. Every time the market hits an all-time high, there are people who keep asking, should I stop my SIP? Should I wait until the market cools down a bit? I have a lump sum in hand. Should I wait for a while before investing it? Even for investing via STP, there is a staggered investment over a few months or so. They always have this question. The simple answer is that over the long term, and that's the only reason you should be investing in equity, it doesn't matter when you start your SIP, whether you stop your SIP when the market is an all-time high or not, when you invest your lump sum, whether you invest it in one shot or whether you stagger it over 6 months, 12 months, 15 months, it doesn't matter. The market volatility will wash out all those problems. The only thing I tell people is that if you have a lump sum and if you are new to equity investing, then stagger it. You don't need to set up a systematic transfer plan. The STP is simply a way for the AMC to lock in that AUM. Don't worry about that. You don't need to do that. You can have the money in your bank account, and once a week or once a month you can take a little bit and put it into the mutual fund that you want. That's it. I mean, you can do it, just take a little bit, or 10%, whatever it is, something, whatever you're comfortable with. It doesn't matter how long you stagger it over, just do it. It's only a psychological benefit, and whatever you do, please don't stop investing, particularly when the market is at an all-time high, because this all-time high business, if you look at it, all those red dots are all-time highs. It's a fairly common situation, except in the 1990s, where we had severe problems, where there was severe political instability in the country. The country was on the verge of bankruptcy and so on. Except for that one lost decade of India, you can see that fairly all-time highs are very common, and you can't be worrying about stopping investments then. Now, to present the evidence, what I have here is I have considered 10-year returns, and I have considered the difference between a lump sum investment and then it's run for 10 years and a systematic transfer plan initiated for 12 months and then it is continued for another 9 years. So the total investment period for the STP is 10 years. So both of them is 10-year duration, and I am considered the return difference. So the green dots is the return difference between the lump sum investment done at an all-time high and the STP investment also started at the same all-time high. So that's the green dots are the return differences between lump sum and STP when the market is at an all-time high. You start doing that when the market is at an all-time high. The brown dots is the return difference between the lump sum and the STP when the market is not at an all-time high. Now, there are two things. First of all, if you look at the return difference itself, there's not much of a return difference. Sometimes you get 2%, sometimes you get 2% on one side, sometimes you get 2% on the other side, plus 2%, minus 2%. Nobody can say, I am going to invest today and I'm going to look at the return after 10 years. I'm going to get better returns if I do a lump sum, or I'm going to get better returns if I do an STP. Nobody can say that. So the fluctuations are everywhere. It just oscillates pretty much uniformly on both sides of that zero. Then there is practically no difference between the green dots and the brown dots. So it's practically no difference when you do that lump sum investment, when you start that STP investment, whether it is an all-time high or not an all-time high, it simply doesn't matter. Then the second evidence is for the SIP, where there are people who say, I want to pause my SIP. Now, I have considered 15-year SIP tenures, and in each of those, there are 3 colored lines there, and each of those colored lines, there are 327 15-year data points. Each data point is a 15-year SIP return, and there are 327 such data points in the black line, the blue line, and the red line. Now, the red line is you pause the SIP when the market is all-time high, and then you invest the whatever you did not. Let's suppose the market was at an all-time high for 4 months. then for 4 months you did not invest that amount. In the 5th month, when the market falls from the all-time high, you invest your usual SIP amount, and then you take that 4-month investment and also invest it in the 5th month. So you make up for the investments later. That is the red line. Now the black line is the normal SIP, full, that is an as usual, whatever it is you keep investing. Then there is the blue line is the pause SIP when the market is all-time high. But what you do is you take that, like I said, for example, for 4 months the market was not at an all-time high, so for those 4 months you put it in a liquid fund, or you even put it in AFD, whatever it is. You earn some interest for those 4 months, because people are always saying you will get something extra. You should not keep money simply idle. That is why your results are wrong. That's why people are always accusing me. So I always add this interest component when the money is not invested. So whether you pass SIP and just keep the money in your current account or SB account and then invest it later, or you do a normal SIP, or you pass the SIP when the market is an all-time high and you invest it in a liquid fund, you take it out and then put it back into the equity fund when the market falls below the all-time high, whatever happens, you can see basically everything is pretty much the same. The returns, the difference in returns is like 1%, minus, plus or minus 1% or 1.5%, whatever it is. It's trivial. You don't know which is going to work, and this is the whole beauty of why they say past performance does not matter. When you start your investment, you are going to encounter a particular sequence of return, and that sequence of returns no one knows whether it will be good or bad or ugly. Bye bye.